One of the things that I have said repeatedly over the past number of months is that the world has changed. Now, that is something that a lot of people knew more or less intellectually and intuitively, basically since Donald Trump was reelected over a year ago. It's something that our prime minister drove home a couple of months ago in his speech at Davos. But the actions of this past weekend, with the Americans and the Israelis working together to attack Iran, is something that really drives home the point that the world order, as we have come to know it, based on rule of law in international conventions and norms of cooperation, is gone. And what we have now is hard power, where countries will oftentimes exercise whatever discretion and authority they want because they can. And we, as a society, 8.2 billion people on Earth, are going to simply have to deal with it. It's different. And when the time comes to make decisions for your portfolio, the important thing that you need to do, you absolutely critically have to do, is to realize that that is now the way the world works, and that is the lens through which you should make decisions. That doesn't necessarily mean you should come to any kind of a different conclusion, but the framework that you use to make better wealth decisions needs to be based on the world as it is, not as it once was. And the world as it now is one of hard power, where there are always going to be disruptions, where there is always going to be a threat of geopolitical and military intervention, which could have an impact on supply chains, which could have an impact on alliances and trade patterns and so forth throughout the remainder of our foreseeable futures. We need to recognize that things are different. And when you make decisions about what to invest in and why, you need to make sure that you think about the fact that the world is in fact different. It's no longer hypothetical. It's now real. It's gotten very real. And the important thing that you need to do is make decisions based on that new reality. This has been Weekly Wealth Update, a Make Better Wealth Decisions podcast dedicated to explaining how current events impact your portfolio and the wealth decisions you make. Tune in for commentary on how the news of the week affects your portfolio and your thinking.